Welcome to Africa Diaspora News Channel. In a ruling that has stunned many in France and around the world, the Paris Court of Appeal has cleared two women who falsely claimed that France's First Lady, Brigitte Macron, was born a male. The court said the claims, though false, falls under free speech and good faith. Now let's break this down. What happened? The controversy began in 2021 when Natasha Ray, who is a journalist, she calls herself a journalist, and Amadine Roy, a clairvoyant, released a 4-hour YouTube video pushing the narrative that Brigitte Macron, that's the wife of Emmanuel Macron, the French president, is a born male. Like she was born a male. And she worked on her body to become a woman. That's the narrative they pushed. The video featured pictures of Brigitte Macron and her family. And in 2022, Brigitte Macron and her brother, Jean-Michel, filed defamation charges against this woman. Well, by September 2022, the court found the two women guilty and ordered them to pay nearly 13,000 euro. But all of a sudden, the verdict has been overturned. This year, 2025, the verdict has been overturned. And why? They said their claims, though false, is under freedom of speech and good faith. Really? Now, earlier this year, 2025, Candace Owens also spoke about this. The saga actually went international. Candace Owens spoke about it. Let's watch the video.
Something happened all the way back in February, and I was sworn to secrecy temporarily, and I feel that today is the correct day to inform audiences because it may have some severe global implications. So here is what happened, all right? I received a very strange message from a friend of mine. I'm not going to identify that friend, but the message specifically read, "Hey, I have something to tell you from the White House. They asked me to call you. I'm just the messenger here." And he says, somebody very high up at the White House has asked me to ask you if, as a favor, you could stop speaking about Brigitte Macron. Like, what? Excuse me? To be clear, we had, ironically, as a podcast, we had just ended our Brigitte Macron series 4 days earlier on February 20th. That's when we released the last episode, which was the epilogue. So I'm going, that doesn't make sense. Why am I getting this phone call now? And obviously, I ask for a little more information. I say, who? Who specifically called you? And that friend of mine says, it's somebody that has the president's ear. This is somebody important. And I tell my friend, go back to that person and just say I said no. It's free speech.
She said in her word, and I quote, "I will stake my entire professional career on the fact that Brigitte Macron was born a man." Now, why would they start pushing this narrative all of a sudden? Two women in France and then Candace Owens. Is there some iota of truth or everything was a lie? And why will the court rule this case out? This is defamation. If it is not true, it is defamation. So why would they say it is based on free will or free speech, freedom of speech, good faith? Really? But I must applaud France for their freedom of speech. Because if it happens in some African countries like Nigeria, my dear Nigeria, that person will be behind bars. So really freedom of speech or there is something behind it? This isn't just a defamation or conspiracy. This is misinformation. Who is behind this narrative? Why are they interested in Brigitte Macron, the honorable wife of Emmanuel Macron? Although we know she is older than the young man. But that's all we know. Why are they pushing the narrative that she is a male? What do you think about this story? The fact that the court even cleared these two women. It's kind of suspicious. What do you think? Comments below and do not forget to share, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification button.